Aren't we supposed to be doing something right now?
Jesus, you're right. Hold on, I gotta light some
Nope.
shit up. You know what?
Nope.
Well, you
Nope.
gotta
We're
give me. You
not.
gotta give
Oh,
me a
nope.
second.
That's the wrong.
Night Creeps is brought to you by The Bind at The Bind
Too
Rocks
late. It's a new
and
day.
ConsumerProducts.com.
It's a new night. A new night creep. Aw, man, that was the wrong thing. See? Well, quick, you have one more chance. Nope, your chance is over. Quick, hurry up and run. You have a chance. Quick, run.
I'm lighting
run.
it now. I'm
Here it comes.
running.
Here
I'm
it
doing
comes.
it.
Hurry up.
I'm
See if you
coming.
got- do
No,
it.
I mean, not like that, but I'm
here.
here.
Here he is.
I'm
Here
doing.
he comes. He's
I'm doing.
almost.
I'm
He's
going-
taking a really long time. He's breaking his internet and his computer. Boy, he'll get here eventually, I'm sure. Oh, there he is. Yeah, you vanished. You like teleported onto the screen. It was pretty interesting. You teleported. Teleportation. Teleportation. You know, Twitch is stupid. We can't put Night Creeps. It's not a legal name. The DJR Network presents a Crab Nation production. You know, we really haven't talked about that. Did he destroy Crab Nation? No. Yeah, but we're not allowed on Twitch as Night Creeps. It has to be one word. Night Creeps. Night Creeps. You're on mute. I don't know if you think you're talking this whole time.
I was. Yeah.
I figured.
I
figured.
Fucking.
That's right, Zen's producer. Your preciouses are here. The greatest show on the internet ever, obviously. Clearly. Night Creeps. Night Creeps. Night Creeps. What the fuck is offensive about Night Creeps, though? I don't understand why the name is not.
It's offensive.
Twitch does not allow Night Creeps. Oh,
metaphysical look at what's funny and what's a character.
What the fuck happened to the warning? It said warning and then it screamed. I don't know. Penis. See, I forgot
It's
the
too long,
penis.
so I adjusted it.
You just put from warning
Yeah.
and you left on this 30 seconds. Oh no, you took some of that. Oh, now I'm supposed to play this. Why don't you just
Night Creeps is brought to you by
put that on it?
The
Why do we have to,
Bind
why do we
at
have to
The
press
Bind
it
Rocks
a second
and
time?
ConsumerProducts.com.
And then yeah, this one.
Night Creeps rules.
I mean, come on. That's too many intros.
I didn't say you had to play them all. Jeez.
But I love the new location we're recording from. This live recording. That's right. Just like last time we did a live recording, the show only actually starts when we say live. So that bad intro we did doesn't matter. That will get cut. Yeah, so the actual show, you, the audience, it's up to you to cut together on your own, just like the last one. But it does matter. It all matters. But I love this set. It's very lovely.
That reminds me, Nothing Matters. I was watching those Win by Two. Is that their name? Those Win by
Fuck
Two
them.
guys?
Fuck
Yeah,
them.
I know.
Lose by 3. How about that?
Yeah, we definitely came up. Well, someone in our camp came up with the Dylan Mulvaney connection to Canoe, you know. And I was just looking it up. It was like April 13th or something when the Photoshop was made from the idea.
There's no
It's like 2 months
doubting.
ago.
there's no doubting we did Dylan Mulvaney and Keanu Thompson. No,
And they saw
fucking
it. She
doubt.
even liked it. Well, anyway, I'm listening to these guys.
She commented on it. Gino commented on it. They immediately did the right thing and leaned into it. And then like
turned
months,
it into a bit, and
months later, some fuck. Who's that guy in the background? He talks like this the whole time on that.
Softcast. He's very. He wants to play like he's hard, but he's soft.
Who the fuck is this idiot?
He kind of Oh man, now that I'm watching Breaking Bad, he reminds me of Flynn a little bit. Dad,
Yeah, you know what?
We're gonna talk about Gino now.
And I'd bet he'd be the kind of jerk off to make everyone call him Flynn too. This really is a nice look. You know what? Before we get into the drama, which Becky left the NLO drama for us, so we better make this good, Luke. And there's a whole drama, not just a little. There's a whole drama happening there.
Let's do this.
But I
one.
think we
There
should
go.
maybe talk a little bit about our new location, the Night Creeps Cafe and Grill.
Well,
it
you
seems
know,
like a nice
I mean,
place.
things have been so tumultuous. Have you ever thought about just packing it all up and just trying to run like a little cafe or grill, or even a food cart?
Every single day, all day. That's all I think about.
Or like a
That's
comedy
probably
club.
why
I would
love
want to do
this.
a comedy plus music plus barbecue.
I
well-
have a location and everything that I drive by every day at work, and I have a whole dream for it, and it's exactly that.
Let's
And you know
open
what?
up a restaurant in Santa Fe.
This is an idea you can give out, because you know what? If somebody steals it, good, because it supports the culture and would set a precedent if you actually tried to do it. So it's one of those things where if someone steals your idea, it makes it better for you. So what's beautiful about the location that I look at is the massive parking lot. It's a small venue, but the parking
Always a good
lot
thing.
is fucking huge, and that's what
And
people.
it's like right across the street, or it's in that same. Yeah, it's not like
Well, this thing
sometimes
it's just
they'll be like,
surrounded
our
by
parking
a
lot is over 3 blocks. away."
massive lot. It's surrounded by a fucking massive lot, and that's what you need to let people hang out. Fucking, I live in a college area, so a place with a huge lot that had like alcohol or bring your own beer, even whatever, food and comedy, where you can hang out in the parking lot. That's how you start getting up and coming comics to start open micing there. You create a culture around your location, and you need a parking lot to do that. People got to start chilling again. Like, why don't I see lots full of fucking derelict youth anymore? It's insane. These kids are fucking dorks.
Because of this.
They're
This,
fucking
everything
dorks.
on demand.
I
every
just watched Blackberry today.
emotion. You watch? What is that? A movie? Show? Blackberry.
Blackberry.
You got a new
about
Blackberry? I thought they were done.
About Blackberry, the movie about Blackberry with Dennis from Sunny in Philadelphia, was exactly it.
Oh.
They said, they called it Crackberry. Everyone was just fucking stuck in their phones when they were they wanted to ban it at workplaces and shit.
Well, you talk about that. What was happening over at the Onion right now? No, nobody likes the Onion. Not the Onion. That's a different thing. That's
Well, I was saying, let's get to that. I wanted to talk about the onions we're selling up on this board here, but that's fine. We can get right into that dork, Patrick. That dork. You like him. I don't think I like him.
He can be a dick. He can pull some crazy moves on people. But what's happening right now is
All I hear
there's
is
all these
fucking whining every time. But again, you like him. Becky likes him. You guys aren't total retards, so maybe he's all right.
Well, now he's got a problem with fans. It's not even him. It's just what's bubbling under the surface of the show. He has a Discord, so people are in there all the time. And there's this dude, Ian Hawke, who's been fluttering about. lately. Have you seen him around, Ian Hawk?
Chicken Hawk. No.
Yeah,
I've
Chicken Hawk Kid.
Not heard of Chicken
And then,
Hawk.
how about the name Dirty Dalish? This mean anything to you, to anyone out there?
Is that the elf chick?
Okay. Yes, that's the elf chick.
I've
well,
seen
Ian.
her on the Andrew the Giant show.
Yes, she's been bouncing around all those types of shows, trying
Not
to
that
find
I watched
simps.
it. I just popped
And
in because I wanted
apparently-
to see Bobby Nick simp to a chick. I wanted to see what his game was. You know, how he would act around a woman. It was really creepy and weird.
It's like an old board game that's missing a bunch of pieces, and like the board's ripped in half, and you're like, all right,
And really
can't
fat
play
and
it.
doesn't get out of its chair.
And you have no idea where the dice is.
And has underpants covered in crusty.
So apparently,
Yeah.
Ian got really involved with Dalish. All these messages, he loves her, she loves him. She kept saying she loves me. 2 a.m, send me a text. 8 a.m, send me a text. Well, and he's been doing this for a little while now. And then he was even like, "Oh, I jacked off a bunch." Like, oh, just too much information, guy. I think it was joking though. Anyway,
I got out of bed for this, Becky. Just so you know. Please keep going.
but and now Patrick's just letting it go. They called in, they were arguing back and forth, and then she hung up because he wouldn't let her talk. And then she's in the chat, like saying this and that, and then Fearless is saying stuff, and Daytwa is saying stuff, and then that dude Ian docs somebody's name.
I saw Fearless tweeting that she quits everything. Apparently, I don't know.
And that's what Dirty Dalish also said. I can't do this anymore. I can't be in this community, and it's just, oh man. Again, the pandemic fucked us all up. And like you said, when are people going to start getting back together? If they started getting back together, maybe they wouldn't be destroying their lives with these fake
It's
relationships like they are.
I can't tell you who I was. You know who I was talking to today earlier.
Yeah.
For about an hour and a half, and that was one of the things we talked about. How everything happening now is because of COVID. And for instance, I don't think you like Chad Zumach, right? Like, there's another difference. I don't like NLO. You do. You don't like Chad Zumach. I think I do, from what I'm seeing of the guy. From
mean,
what I've been
I've
seeing
never-
ever since Becky's trying to spread his mustard all over our.
Sometimes I like him, but again, I think what happened with him is, and maybe I said this on my solo stream, where he reminds
Who watches
me of
that?
yeah, it was only
I
a
watched
test.
it.
It's always a test.
I watched it. Anyway, you're saying.
Thank you. Yeah, you just told me that it was pretty good, and all my other ones sucked.
Listen,
ass
man,
when
you're
you were
making
drunk.
a point in the middle of my point.
Motherfucker.
Let's go. I want to get to the points.
Chad reminded me of an old friend of mine that fucked me over, and someone who I couldn't trust any words that came out of their mouth when they were trying to tell me that everything they said was the truth. So maybe I just attract people like that.
Well, that seems like a terrible reason. Although,
No. But
no,
it's one of those, he shows the same patterns, and I can just see it, and I can just see it's almost the same thing, and it just bothers me. You know, it's
Well,
like I have a.
I counter.
But again,
with
if I
this.
talk to him normally, if I talk to the guy, like if I was on a show with him and we were one-on-one, I may end up liking him. I probably would, because I usually have.
He's
pretty
making
good
a really
conversations with
long
most people.
point in the middle of my point, Becky.
Okay, what was your point?
Well, before I forget, Shimini Crickets is that, with the exception of Chad Zumach, who I actually do like and you don't, I'm so mad. When did you get that cup even? I got mine in season 1 of Alpha Pod Rants, my Live Long and Prosper cup. Exact same
I
cup,
bought it.
and it came with a crack in it. I filled it with liquid once, and now it's holding pens.
It was
But anyway.
a purchase to the Star Trek merchandise gods to give me power during the quiz, and it did not help. So
It did not.
There you go,
obviously. So,
for your-
with the exception, despite your dislike for
Magic.
Chad Zumach, I believe, with the exception of him, everybody has gotten lazy, and that's because of COVID. And when like I said, I was having a phone call with somebody earlier, who you know of, who I will soon will be talking about it here, but we just can't now. There's something wonderful in the works, something very wonderful. And as I was speaking to this person, we were going over just that, how basically Everybody. It started with COVID and the Zoom comedy shows, and then people not being comedians, not being able to go out there and do shows, and then suddenly they're like, well, this is working. We can attack this guy. We can, go after Stuttering John. We can try to turn Chad Zumach into a fucking Stuttering John. We
I
can
see.
try to turn Jim Grindle into a Stuttering John, because that happened as well. Same organizations too. Except, they fucking listen. I wasn't smart enough. I should have been weaker. And you know what I'm saying? Like, my pee-pee's too strong. It's too proud. I
should have became the lolcow they wanted you to be. Freaked out and trashed the studio and gone on other people's shows and been this like pariah of the
nonstop
whole thing. And
right. So
you have the energy for that, though. I don't think you'd be able to pull that off for too long. You'd have to do what is it? It's a heel turn or whatever, or you'd have to turn babyface soon. Am I saying the right things? I don't know.
I think, but yeah. So COVID
I just learned keywords
created this culture, and now everybody, with the exception, in my opinion, with the exception of Chad Zumach, because in this whole thing, look, you might not like him. Dude is creative. He's doing something more aligned in what we're doing. Not to toot our own horn. Something that is, it's kind of the same. It's in the world, but we're just doing it our own way, creatively. That's how everything's done. There's radio shows, right? Everyone's doing the same fucking radio show back in the day, but they're all doing it their own way. Every sitcom's the same, but it's all this being done their own way. The creative ones, rather. The creative ones. And then you have the hacks. And right now, COVID turned everybody except for us and that guy Chad Zumach into hacks.
Well, because it exposed.
Name me one person who's not a hack in the entire game that we're witnessing right now. That doesn't just rely on whining, crying, and hatred and lolcow farming.
It's hard to think of someone who doesn't do that, who's in the comedy talk show podcast. I think that's what this is. It's a talk show podcast. That's what people are doing now. They're not necessarily always comedy either. I mean,
and I'm talking way too much, but I gotta say, and you know what's funny? All Chad Zumach has to do is put on a fucking army helmet that says Mud Shark, and he's already being leagues more creative than the rest of them.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, he's at least putting some little bit of effort towards that. But then there's the people who do like a huge
I'm not saying he's the king of the world or nothing.
No.
I'm simply saying he's definitely winning, in my opinion, that game.
Now, I wonder, who are these podcasts must have been around before the pandemic?
Zenhauser doesn't count. Zenhauser's a man, Becky. We'll talk about him in a second because I've interrupted Luke way too many times now. Zenhauser is not in this game. Gino tried to pull him in. Gino tried to fucking bitch him,
That's
and
true.
He just showed the truest alpha male by fucking actually allowing Gino to do his stupid little rant and then just letting it fucking roll off his shoulders, essentially.
And being like, I'm not going to join in on this. Yeah.
Where else has he been involved? That he's not in this world. He's just doing Men Are Talking. So it's totally different.
They're being creative. Yeah. Well, so if Who Are These Podcasts was before the pandemic even started, so it must have grown much more popular, just like in Hot Water. And then when the pandemic ended and everybody sort of started going their separate ways, it became different. And Who Are These Podcasts? It showed like you said, all these other people saw how popular he was, how Carl was doing and what he was doing. And they went, wow, all right, that's working for him. So I got to get on this.
Zoom comedy shows, or let me get in this.
Yeah, exactly. And the Zoom comedy shows weren't doing so well. So
no.
I said, all right, we'll just.
And they're seeing super chats and all this shit. They could see the lolcow shit happening.
The whack pack stuff. And, and that also goes along with Shuley was already kind of doing that. Well, he was at least wrangling the whack packers for Howard and hanging out with them and getting material out of them. He's done that for a long time. So to now be like, oh, well, he's he's doing Carl's bit. He's doing the Jocktober bit, but he's also involving these people in the show. Does Carl bring Jake Houston on this show, or he might now? But did he before?
I can't speak on that. But you
Shuli is involving them, just like Andrew the Giant. Frickin' Owen was one of those people for him for a while that he was trying to turn into a lol cow, or at least he did. He turned Owen into a lol cow, and then Owen went too far.
He was a whack pack wrangler, which you said a moment ago.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so if anybody deserves to be in this game, it's Shuli for sure. Because that's literally been his career before any of them were, before Carl was even doing that. Shuli was wrangling Gary the Conqueror and fucking, what's her face? Tan Mom.
High Pitch
and this
Eric
that.
and
Yeah, so
Wendy the Retard.
that's his world.
Yeah. So he fits right into that. It's just watching a video of it instead of doing it in person. So it's not that different, really.
So listen,
but yeah.
Special Ramadan, even more LTs trying to. He's a glowy, and he wants to know what's on the menu real quick. He wants to know what
does he?
we're selling here. Yeah. So why don't we take a quick break from this talk and get to the menu real quick? Because I'm dying. I wanted to know before. I'm waiting
You
this
can
whole time.
kind of read it, but we'll bring it up. We'll bring it up. Here we go.
All right. So sell it to me. We got weekly specials. Humble pie served daily. Oh boy. So what do you got here? Pork pie only
At the
comes
top
in...
here we got. Yeah, pork pie only comes in jumbo size though. That's the only type of pork pie we know around
10
here.
cents per dozen? That's pretty cheap.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap. They're not.
So you get a whole dozen pork pies for just 10 cents. Jumbo, big fat jumbo.
That should
pork
bring the
pies.
people right into the door for that. I mean, that's the biggest selling point right there.
But it's
of course,
only 10 cents. That must be the lowest quality ingredients in that. It must be the most basic, bland, tasteless, fucking
greasy,
cheap,
nasty,
greasy, disgusting pork pie one can imagine.
broken teeth. Yeah.
The most pointless.
Worst
But anyway,
pork-
all right, pork pies. So they're cheap and pointless. What's this next stuff? What do you got here?
Oh well, we have a Cuban sand in the pussy witch. It's
Right?
smothered in mustard due to tastelessness, and it's
The pussy witch.
it's a Cuban
9,000
sandwich.
yen, huh?
Sand in 9,000 yen, which is like
You're
what, $2?
only
So it's
accepting a yen for this sandwich. If they come
No,
in with
that's
real
what-
money, you're not paying, right? You're not taking.
no, you have to have yen to buy that.
Right,
He likes, the Cuban sandwich is only for people that are socialists.
Pussy witch.
Like you have
Okay.
to sand in the pussy witch. You see?
Got you.
All
Okay,
right. So,
wait a minute.
but we cover
Okay,
all
right,
different
all
types
right.
of people here.
Like,
Now, then next we got Floyd's. Them boys are chicken fingers, smothered in sour sauce. It's not sweet. It's just sour.
that's a.
And you can only buy that with a $2 bill. It's $2, but you have to have a $2 bill because Floyd is very special, and a $2 bill is very special as well. So you need.
Jay Santiago wants to know why he does not see sriracha shrimps on this menu.
Well, hold on.
hold your horses
We don't
there,
have shrimp,
Jay.
but we have some. We have some other seafood though. We've got Becky's crab cakes with bite. New recipe, extra teeth. Lip it,
Aha.
Bex.
So are these locally sourced Becky's crabs, or are these outsourced like Pakistani Becky's?
Well, Becky's right here. See? Oh wait, she's not. We got to show the picture. Where's the picture?
Neither of us are Becky.
Look,
So
Becky's over there. She's right in front of the burger. See that?
you know what
This
that
is-
does? It looks like a mixture between her and Skylar White.
Or Lucille Ball. Yeah, Skylar.
Sure. Oh, I got to tell you something. Becky is gonna have a little in this project coming up. There's gonna be a little surprise for Becky, a little involvement, so to speak. But it's gonna be in the most, of course, negging of way possibles. You know how this guy does. Anyway, what else you got
So
on the menu?
we got some more.
All I gotta say is just watch out, Becky.
Seafood.
Oh, watch out.
This seafood is the Charles. What the fuck? Seaweed and salad. It tastes odd, but it's definitely not human in the
Are
salad.
you sure? Because I don't think Charles Whedon eats seafood. That would be just. I don't know this, but that's my.
Well,
guess.
it's seaweed. It's not. It's. There's no seafood meat in there, but we're not sure what the meat is. It's weird, but it's not human. I don't think.
Pretty
That's
sure.
$14.75. It's because it's seaweed. It's very healthy for you. Okay, so then
I'm pretty
we've
sure
got
the
up
only
next.
hippie in that boy are the hippies in his belly. That's all I got to say.
Mr. Stone's soup bowl. Crushed crackers served on the side. Every time. You gotta have
Crushed
$7.99.
crackers. All right, that's a fair price. That's a fucking reasonable price. He's an $8 bowl of soup with crushed crackers on the side. Fucking Charles Whedon so far though. He's like the gourmet here. All right, and now next
Okay.
up, don't even. This one is not good.
Damien's prawn and pineapple pizza. So we got some shrimp, people. We got some shrimp, but it's illegal in 47 countries. So we got it. It's not illegal here. Well, I don't think yet. We have to check. But that's market price because prawns they ship directly from Australia. These are Australian prawns.
So market prices will just charge based on how the people look when they come in. We'll just give them whatever price we choose.
Yeah. If they really look like they want a slice, we'll sell it to them. All right. Up next, we got the Night Creeps infamous Lol Cow burgers. They're always extra cheesy.
That's what that monster in the theme song. That's what he's been talking about the whole time. He's
Those are
talking about
$8.88.
Night Creeps. Yeah, and that's
Because-
made with farm fed in house lol cow.
That's right. This
That's
is the
right.
healthiest
We grow
lol
our
cows
own lol cows here,
That's
folks.
fucking right. That's what we do.
Or we
People
raise
come around
our own
and-
lol cows and unleash them into the world. You're welcome.
They get that hoof and mouth disease and they go crazy and they go stomping out of here and we're like, wow, look, another one.
Mhm.
We got
another one. All right, so now the next one I'm super excited about because it's got my name in it, but I don't like the rest of it. Go ahead. Just sell me on this dish because I don't like it.
Oh, Jim's Amish equine steak with
What's the equine?
horsey.
It's horse steak.
It's a what? No, it's equine steak. We
Is
don't.
JB Floyd, aka Barth from You Can't Do That in Television, is he one of our chefs?
He has to be. Yes, he's definitely. But he
He's
can't be
gotta
seen
be.
by the patrons.
No.
He can't be talking to people.
Dude, we've got to record him
but
doing some kind of behind. We got to do a bit with Night Creeps Cafe with him as Barth.
Okay.
But you were saying, go on. So sell me
Yours,
more on this because
Your
I don't hate.
equine steak comes with horsey radish sauce, and then spelled like Christy. Yeah.
Oh, I see why you spelled it wrong. It was bothering me. I was like, it's not how you spell horsey.
And it's
just not
free here,
right.
but you will pay eventually. When you mess with the
Like-
horsey sauce,
You'll
will
pay.
pay.
You'll pay. So wait, if you're messing with the horsey, or is it like if you're messing with Jim? Because if you're messing with Jim, you'll pay eventually. Like 6 years later when I finally get the time and fucking energy and give a shit enough. But you will pay. I will. Revenge is a dish best served cold. So is my Amish equine steak with horsey radish sauce? Is that a cold dish?
Yes, it is.
It
It is
should
always
be.
served cold. That's why it kind of sits around. No one really likes it. No one really likes the Jim dish.
Should have made yourself mediocre taco lo mein or something. I got this. I jumped ahead, mother dick. Go ahead.
Luke's slightly over mediocre taco stir fry because the whole Mexican.
Yeah, but stir
Asian-
Stir fry doesn't really scream Asian to me.
Really?
It doesn't. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it
does to me.
should. If it
So it
screams
should have
white
been-
woman,
Hmm.
white lady.
Should have been like like an egg roll empanada or something.
Yes, egg roll empanada. What the fuck? Shut your mouth, dum dum. You just fucking made someone $1 million, you weirdo. I mean, that's
They have
like the guy.
things like that everywhere. I've seen shit like that.
There's 3 people who are going to make history. 2 of them already happened. The guy who put the computer in the phone. Yeah, I just watched the BlackBerry movie. The guy who put, or lady, who put Philly cheesesteak stuff inside of an egg roll shell. And the guy who makes the egg roll empanada. Those 3 people. And that
So
that
the
last
taco
person
stir-
still needs to be made.
That's me. So the taco stir fry, we know it's donations accepted. Whatever you feel like you should pay for it, you should pay for it. But
It's your busker musician mentality, right? You're used to standing on a street corner with a bucket,
yeah.
begging for change, playing your bass.
Well, I feed the world. You know, like we talk about fake laughter. I mean, I tend to laugh at a lot of things.
Laugh when my
So
dogs,
maybe-
when my pets die, I laugh. I laughed at my grandfather's funeral.
Well, because you're just like a weirdo and you have nervous tics that
Yeah.
laugh at weird times.
That's
You have the
what it
wrong
is.
emotions. You're programmed incorrectly there, Robot Man. Steam-powered Robot Man.
Me think so. Damn it, my ice melted.
Oh yeah, there were some drinks too. I mean, it's a
That was-
cafe, so we always have coffee for 99 cents. Lolcal milk, it's priceless. We keep milking them and getting all that milk. We used to have compound Kool-Aid for $7.99 a month, but it got recalled. We don't have it anymore. Sorry. So you gotta
It was
go somewhere else.
defective, huh?
Yeah, the compound Kool-Aid, it went bad here. It just
Yeah, it was a
made us all
shame.
sick.
They advertised that Kool-Aid, compound Kool-Aid, as being this free speech, anti-woke, anti-cancel culture, just real freedom network, freedom beverage. And
Freedom
boy,
drinks,
oh boy,
yes.
it tasted like oppression, which, tastes
sure
like
did.
socks and pee. It's what oppression soup tastes like. You pee in the pot
Oh,
and you put your socks in it. And
That's for next week's specials. Oppression soup. Hold on.
there you go. There you go.
We'll replace the stone soup. Anyway, I had fun doing that today. I don't know if anyone thought it was funny, but
No, let's not replace a stone anything because I don't know what's happening. You did a great job. So here's a golf clap from me. Stone's missing. He's gone missing. Apparently something's been going on in his life, and he had to take some time away. But it was quite ominous. He's only responded to Damien. Hasn't responded to me. And speculated, well, maybe it's some sort of pork pie fuckery. It would have to be fuckery because trust me, there's no like secret things where like pork pie could show him some secret saucy messages as he claimed he was going to, because I don't talk shit. I talk it right to your face. That's as simple as that. I'm not a shit talker, like behind people's backs. I don't.
a shadow maker, a whisperer into the night.
Why would I talk behind someone's back when I can have so much more fun? Dude, think
You know what?
about
I
when
was
you're
thinking
telling me this drama stuff before
Dude.
the show. I barely
Yep.
interact with you. But if it's, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's on a show, because I want to hit it head on. You know what I mean? Like as far as that goes. It's the same way. If I'm going
No.
to talk shit about you, I want to say it to your face.
I was already thinking that. I was like, dude, the thing about what it is sometimes, between all the jokes, I mean, jokes come from they come from a real place. That's the only way you can make a joke is when it's derived from what's actually happening. But you will pop into the truth sometimes, which is a little harsh at times, and almost calling people out in the moment when they might not even realize they're fucking up, but they kind of are. And that's jarring to people. It's very jarring. I'm used to it because that's how my family was to me anyway. So I'm just trained this way. You got to watch out, kids. It's a dangerous place coming out here. And I think it's so funny to me that people bitch about, man, these guys are big shit talkers. But isn't that what we do? Isn't that what this is? Everyone's supposed to be talking shit. And then when you do it too well, people are mad at you for it?
I was literally going to say that. Literally, they're just mad because we do it better than they do. It's as simple as that. It really is. And we don't even do it that good. Like I was saying, Chad Zumock, all he has to do to beat the rest of the clowns is put on a silly little fucking army helmet. And he's already providing more than the rest of them. I'm sorry, but I am anti-MLC these days. I'm still in Team Bob Levy's. I'm still a Bob Levy fan. I don't see nothing wrong with
if they're
the man.
gonna
I
have
enjoy him.
Prolapse face and
That's exactly it. They're
Stinky Lou. I mean, yeah, I don't want to watch that. I mean, I don't need to see.
It's not a matter of wanting
who-
to watch. They're associating with disgusting people who, oh my goodness, Woody is just like cuddling. He's just like cuddling this little skeleton. This is what I just looked down and saw. Adorable. Anyway, fucking action figures are for queers, just so you people know. They're shady operators, and that means MLC are shady operators now. And yeah,
They're
there
above
does come
all
a
of
time.
that, though.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
They don't
Kevin
know
Brennan
about all
certainly.
the shady shit.
Kevin
Yeah.
Brennan knows all of it. He follows all of it. He obsesses over all of it. He's a narcissist in the purest. Simply because we've said his name. Hi, Kevin. He fucking
Clear.
took a clothespin and he fucking pulled his neck back and he clipped it on and he came running to his computer. Simply because we spoke his name into the universe. That's how much of a narcissist the man is. So he's not above any of it. He's aware of all of it. Bob might be above all of it in the sense that he doesn't care about any of that
shit,
drama
yeah.
at all. I mean, he's the king of the grift, so to speak. But grifting is both good and bad. Just like I've said many times in these shows before, cancel culture. Just when they came up with the term conspiracy theorist, it was to convince you there was no conspiracy theory to kill JFK when it happened. They came up with that theory. It's what the CIA does to convolute the truth and to make you look like a crazy person for even having a conspiracy theory. So they bastardize the word. When they see the power of the very righteous canceling of a motherfucker, sic semper tyrannis, when they see that people can use their dollars to take down their enemies, now they have to create a new buzzword that all the goblins cry about. Cancel culture. No, it ain't fucking real. It's another way to take your power away. The power of your dollar, the power of your voice. It's another way to silence you. You're supposed to cancel people who deserve it. Sic semper tyrannis.
I want to address this. Tubby says, after Jim went on the wet spot, nothing has been the same. It's like we slipped into another timeline. Those boys opened up a black hole into our universe, and you jumped right through it. You were like, all right, you're going to fucking create a black hole? Let's do it.
Yeah. We'll show you maybe sometime the chain of events. You can go all the way back months and months when Chrissy's like, so why you have a beef with Ski Mask on the FGTZ show, and then acting like she doesn't know. All of these people were like, oh, yeah, people are talking about you. Bob Levy saying the same thing. Oh, yeah, all these people are talking all this stuff about what you guys are doing, this and that. What we were doing was specifically the WWF style wrestling drama podcast of the old days, kind of amplifying it a little bit. Everybody in these groups loved it and started doing it. You can see the clear fucking chain of events. So you know what, Tubby? Silly, funny joke in a way, but also very goddamn true. They were trying to kick off this huge victim thing. It didn't work, so they had to pivot and do another thing with another target. Probably that didn't work either, and they're probably on their like third target since, you know. as far as dramas that they're creating. They're moving on with their dramas.
Pellegrino.
But you did. That's the timeline you slipped into that day, was the timeline of the age of the victim.
Speaking of Chrissy, she's doing that Newsmax thing. I told you, dude. She was on Eric Bolling's show, which I didn't realize. I forgot who Eric Bolling was. He used to be on the 5 on Fox, and now he does this show called Balanced on Newsmax. So she did a fried chicken joke, and
I heard it.
Yeah,
Typical
and then,
garbage joke.
And the thing is, she's so used to doing that and being around that's what she defaults to, and which is going to be her downfall. All the pre-programmed defaults she has now, because she's been around Gino and Anthony and Josh Denny and all these people, and she's trying to push the envelope of being that conservative, right-wing kind of person. All of a sudden, she thinks it's okay to just make those, make a sort of racist joke, like a cheeky kind of, but also
But that's how sick it is.
the most
All you
basic
gotta-
joke you could ever make.
Right. All you got to do is say black and fried chicken next to each other in that community, and you're George Carlin. You're the fucking, you're Richard Pryor. You're Jake
And
Johansson.
I don't think she can pivot to anything else. I don't think there's anything else there.
As I keep saying, she is peaked. This is as high as she will get in her career. There's no more. The next 5 years are it for her. She's going to get old. She's burning too many bridges. She's not pretty enough for Fox News. She's barely palatable enough for Newsmax, but, they do take some dogs over there.
I mean, in comparatively,
That mouth's
they
a
are
hard
very
sell. And those titties are those titties are falling fast. Gravity is going.
I don't think I even have that much gum.
And then once Frank impregnates her, think about that. Her life is over, which means
He's not gonna-
she can't allow herself to be impregnated. So hopefully he doesn't want to have children. My hope is that he does, and that this sows some sort of
discontent inside of him. I was
know.
wondering if he wants to go into politics, since he's so good at organizing things. He's
He
so
would
great.
be destroyed. He would be eaten alive and destroyed in politics. Let me tell you,
That's
he
what
would.
he wants, though, because
he'd
he's
be
an
out in a
organizer.
second.
I put together these comedy shows. Look, I've managed her career. I put together all these functions that we've done, and blah blah blah. I'm community. I know a lot of people. Community outreach. Blah
No.
blah blah. I think he wants to do something. So it's either keep on living on a low-level mobster podcast thing, or go into politics like the good mobsters do, like where it's okay to be paid off, but it's okay to muscle people around, because it's just covered up. No one talks about it. It's perfect
Well-
for him, but I don't think he's strong enough.
The right, see what Tubby said here, you can handle false flag operations, but that's what the left does. The Democrats do that kind of shady operating. I know this for a fact. I've done it for them. The Republicans, they do not do that, which is why you're seeing now somebody like Trump saying, okay, well, I'm putting millions now into absentee ballots. He's now ballot harvesting, Trump, publicly, with a massive multi-million-dollar campaign. This is what I've heard, at least. I don't know if it's true. I should have probably looked into it, but
Allegedly.
he's doing it because they did it, and they do it. The do that they do.
Well, that's where he's got these
he doesn't.
tactics from.
Whatever. Whatever. You say fucking Francis wants to be a fucking political boy, and I'm telling you, there's nowhere for him there. Guaranteed. He might run.
Put it out
He
there.
might work for 2 years in that field, and he will be gray. He will be exhausted, and he will be done. He's not man enough to do that job. Not at the level where it matters. Do you fucking understand the amount of hours that goes into that fucking job. I was doing 7 days a week, 16 hours a
your life?
day, easy. 16 hours a day. My son's like first birthday or second, no, I think it was like his second or third. It was the first one that mattered, like where he was conscious enough. The whole fucking thing I'm working through. Like, even though my day was off, I'm on the phone, on the computer, fucking literally running fucking shit from another state. It's very, very, very hard work. Hardest work I've ever done in my life. And I've built houses, man. I built a supermarket. That was pretty easy.
Chrissy will jump parties, Tubby says. Yeah, I mean, she already did, didn't she? She used to be a feminist. Isn't that what? She
used to be a hard
I think
left.
She admits that.
Yeah. She was a hard
Check.
lefty.
That's almighty dollar. But claims that, maybe time changed her, pandemic changed her. The problem, her mom dying and her dad being gay, maybe that changed her. I don't know. Maybe she hates gays because of that. That's possible.
Look, he just sucked one dick. Ugh.
If he liked it and he willingly did it, then at least bye.
Anyway, this is a boring topic, I gotta say. I'm struggling to find things I haven't said already about it.
Oh, so, all right. So the last show we did was 40 ounce of Night Creeps, and apparently you did not have a good day the next day, right?
My head was numb, but I think it's because of my ponytail.
It was pulled back too tight.
It always is. My head, it's numb right now, but I had the ice cold water going, and I had my head under it while I hunched over the tub and vomited until I bled. Nothing would come out, which was a bother for a while, and I couldn't feel the ice cold water hitting my head. It was quite troublesome, worrying. It wasn't nice.
Worryish.
Worryish.
Well, I did fine. I had a great day the next day. I was allowed to sleep a little bit, but I didn't get sick. I had 4 beers that night, which is a lot for me. So I was like, and I had a great day. Actually, the next day I felt more alive. Because
I had like 50 ounces of freedom, so 52. I think
20, 30, 40. I had close to 50. Yeah, because I had 4 beers, I think. But then I think the next night, was it the next night? It might have been, or the night after. It doesn't matter. That other channel, TFATK, went live, and I screen recorded it, almost the whole thing. I was on there for like 3.5 hours, and I drank 2 hard drinks, but they were pretty heavy. I was so drunk that night. Like, so it was weird because I was like, oh man, he felt like shit the other day. And then 2 days later, I'm like, oh no, here I am. Fuck. And I stayed up almost all night. Oh, it was that next day was terrible. Oh my God. Oh, but
my horrible hangovers don't last long. Let me just say that. I puke, I go back to sleep, they're done. That's it.
Oh, that's nice, actually. It'd be great if it was like that for me. When I do have a bad hangover, it's all
go
day.
Back to sleep.
See, I usually don't puke, and maybe I should just make myself. I don't know.
Gotta puke.
I always have stomach
get
problems.
The poison out, Raven.
I guess. It's like sometimes when I start puking, I can't stop, and it's just like activated all night, all day for like 2 days. Once that shit starts coming out.
I wonder if this show makes people sleepy because I'm often yawning.
Our show, maybe it's like a nightcap. It's a
night creep.
It's a night creep. It's a night sleeping pill. Why not? There can be different podcasts for different reasons, right? One wakes you up, one
Yeah.
puts you to sleep. We lull you back into your subconscious and make it okay to look into the darkness of it. See?
Hey, that's right. You get put to sleep here. I woke up. You get the morning shows. Hey, fuck, man. But yeah, I'll tell you what. There's not going to be another drinking show. I don't think. And not another beer drinking show. That's for sure.
No, we don't need to do drinking shows. I mean, I will have a drink every once in a while for a show, but I have to set limits on myself, just like I should set limits on myself when I go on that T-Fat K, because I'm on there for 3.5 hours, but you know, there's 4 other people or 3 other people, so everyone, you know, I'm trying to just stick in some places, not take over on there, and they're usually doing other shit. But I should learn to regulate myself, just like these people in the NLO thing. I don't want to just talk about that again, but I feel like, so that dude was saying he was 30. Other people
Well, if you
saying
don't want
he
to
was
talk
40,
about
but
that, just talk about Tubby. He says Jim looks great. He looks real good. His woman must be a shitty shit. He's so handsome. I like Jim. So if you want, we could just talk about that instead. You were saying, go ahead.
well, no. I think people losing their minds online like that, especially like the younger people, never had any sort of regulation on things like that, or at least when, like, we understand what being creepy is because we've grown up with all of these different types of messaging, different type of calling people, and whatever stage we were at, you understand that there's certain lines you don't cross, and there's certain there's certain boundaries that you just can't be messaging someone every day, all day, forever, ever and ever. Especially if they're like a cam girl, or there's someone who's online trying to make money from people all the time, and you can't start making all of a sudden these deep relationships with people unless it's got to take time. It seems like this all happened with him in like 1 month. In 1 month time, he like fucks up. I don't know if he fucked up his marriage or whatever, but you just fuck your life up because you can't control yourself from constantly messaging this one person and constantly getting that dopamine drip. And because of the on-demandness of everything nowadays, maybe that's why they're like that.
But who is this person? Let's just talk about your shirt. It is a really weird one. You're in a band, and that shirt crosses a boundary, a line. It doesn't say, I'm an artist in a band. It says, choir.
I'm a choir boy, first and foremost. I wasn't in band in school, so.
So who's this guy we're talking about?
Baby,
That won't
that
stop
Ian Hawk
messaging
dude.
shit. Oh, okay.
That Ian Hawk dude. In 1 month, he kind of like formed this relationship. But because there's no boundary on, hey, well, your phone you could set an alarm on your phone that says, hey, you've been using your phone too much. You should put it down. Or you've been using this particular app too much. You should stop.
So Ian Hawke is the overall main antagonist of the Alvin and the Chipmunks franchise, played by David Cross.
Oh, he's the radio exec.
Yes.
Screws
So
over
that's
people.
who this person is LARPing as.
I guess. Is that, yeah. So he's complete. I thought maybe
well,
it
is
all
he
might
Hawk
be work anyway.
with a K
It'd be
or
funny
Hawk
if
K-E?
just with a K.
Well, the other one's K-E.
Or like
so
Ethan Hawke. That's a K-E, right?
I don't know. What the fuck do I know?
Ethan Hawke.
Oh, great. Becky twitched out some, or she tweeted out some Zenhauser Alpha Man. I said Jano instead of Gino. Sorry, I'm listening to a clip of Night Creeps during Night Creeps. I mean, you know.
That's interesting.
Professional.
That's kind of meta. Who does
Professional
no
over here.
No one does that. Hey, everyone. Hey, V. He's showing up at the end here. No, I don't know. How long we got this one?
No,
You got anything else? What you got?
Totally. I got nothing. I was laying in bed watching Twilight Zone, waiting for her to go to sleep so we could start this show. Yeah.
I got
Fucking
sucked into
nothing.
that. I got sucked into that listening to that Onion shit. Ugh, you know, like and it did make me sad. It just made me kind of like, oh, this is what happens to people. Like this is why you can't dabble too much. You can't, idle dicks as a idle hands or idle penis. Yeah, that's the problem. So you shouldn't want to jack off all the time. You should like wean yourself off of that possibly, because it's bad. If every time you go to the bathroom you're doing it wrong. Like you get naked and you're like, I just have to touch myself. What do you turn
What
yourself
if you
on?
dribble on your own balls? Does that mean you have a tiny wiener?
I guess so. I don't think my balls have ever seen dribbling.
Asking for an old friend. Park pie.
Oh, sure. Oh. Pork pie. One thing I like about the farm-fed, homemade pork lol cows is that we don't have to talk about the other ones. So it's kind of nice. And just shift over to
Let's
the
shift
ones
back
we've made ourselves.
to Chicken Hawk and Durley Dalish, because that's something Durley Dalish. That's something I don't have to contribute much to. So let's talk more about that.
Oh, great. Ian Hawke's girlfriend, Dirty Dalish, cute. I guess. I mean, she's cute, but not like bam, bam, bam. Because she's got youth on her side. That's your
Just go
age
get her
talking
on the
to me.
show right now. Why don't you just go and get her real quick? Go send her
Can
a
I?
link to the show and bring her on, and we'll see what the point of her is. Like, why? Oh no, he vanished, and now it's just this really handsome guy. Oh, now I'm intimidated because the guy on the screen is so handsome and hilarious, and gee, I just can't do it. Conserve your energy, manifest money, become. Fuck off, V. What are you, Dick Little now? A motivational speaker? You fucking weirdo. But isn't Dalish like a form of elf or something? Isn't that some kind of mythical fruit cake?
You should look that up.
Fuck you, I'm asking you.
I don't know.
Fuck,
I'm trying
look it
to.
up.
Hold on. I'm trying.
Dalish. A Dalish they are nomadic elves that seek to recover, inherit, and preserve the knowledge and sacred treasures of the two fallen elven kingdoms. Yeah, the Dales and the Ishes. The Dales and the Dalish themselves, actually. So there you go. There's your fucking answer. They are elves from the game called Dragon Age. So this girl likes that game. Richard just jumped up the other day and just pushed me really hard, like a monkey would do. You know how the monkeys, they'll like push each other, and they just basically play tag all day long. But Richard did that to me the other day, and it was adorable. Adorable. I know he's like sending links out to Dirty Dick Lips, but
Yeah,
to
I
me,
mean,
he's just
I
not
am.
gonna talk
I can
to me
still
at all.
talk.
My fucking
I can still
mustache.
talk. I'm right here. I mean, I'm typing. I can't type.
All
and
right.
talk.
I mean, I know I'm the only one on the screen, but you're making it like I'm all alone here. I mean, Jiminy's. Crickets. Dalish sounds. This one's having a no. Dalish sounds like what you would say after you eat something yummy. That's delish. Stupid. You fucking jerk off. This is too much sex appeal. We need Luke's mediocre looks. That's right. We need Luke desperately here. What else do we got? Luke.
Why? I'm goddamn handsome. Come on.
Richard, come on, you little son of a.
I could put my glasses on and be even like super nerdy. Was that better? I don't like the reflection off people's glasses of their computer while they're on a podcast. That always kind of gets me. I'm like, oh yeah, it just takes me out of the show. I can't.
All right, so you. Sorry, I was taken out of the show. Richard was trying to get in. So, where did you go to Pornhub to get this Dirty Dalish person? Where'd you go? You reached out.
I went on Twitter and I sent her a link. Said, "You want to tell your story without interruption? Come on our podcast."
God.
We'll see.
Richard.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Is he pulling at
Let's
the
hope
door?
Yeah.
Nomadic elves. Oh, so that's what she does. She roams from podcast to podcast and finds the weak simps in the crowd that she can pick out and eat and take their monies and take their emotions. I think he said something about I've never sent her money, never ever, and in 15 more seconds said, well, I bought her a gift and sent her this, and I also bought her some Nobody Likes Onion shirts, and that's part of the whole thing. It's bartering for them. They don't care what, if you're giving them gifts, you're paying them, so they'll give you more attention. Yes, you got me a $15 shirt. That's $15, or whatever. Like, how does he not understand that?
Tubby, if we make a 3X shirt right now, you gonna buy it?
We've got some designs that we could send out there. I'm telling you, right?
I gotta tell you, with our missing episodes of Night Creeps,
It kind of is bothersome.
everything is bothersome. Everything is bothersome. It's kind of taken the joy away. All right, what are you doing now?
It's taking the joy away. Really?
Yeah, in a way, it is, because it's
Well, it takes
the whole
a little
thing
wind
is
out of your
just-
sails.
It's just too much lame stuff and not enough fun stuff. Like too much of the drama and not enough of the fun stuff.
I agree. Just when we were trying to wind that, well, a little bit of drama had happened, and then we were still trying to get away from it, and
But
then
it was good because there was no drama forever, and then that little Stevie Lou bullshit happened, and that was good to play with and roll with, and then Fat Boy's gotta compound it, and then I don't know. I'm just tired of content being. It's not just that; it's YouTube and the hate speech shit.
yeah, I'm pissed.
That fucking bothers me, especially knowing it's Lou, and he didn't even necessarily say anything that counts as hate speech. You know what I mean? Not only is it him saying it, but it's probably him putting the strike as well. Because, he puts our content the same time the strikes happen. He puts our content locked up or whatever. He deleted it or made it private. I don't know. I think it's private because if
Hoping
you
he
go
just
to the
made it
Night
private.
Creeps playlist, it says 8 videos are hidden. So
Okay,
I think
so-
he just put them private.
Well, that's
But-
at least a consolation, but
Yeah, I was really fine after the Lou thing, but then the lack of explanation as to what hate speech is, it's just years of this, and I'm getting so sick of it because it is an oppression, and then they act like it's not. You're creating the slippery slope where it literally says hate speech, you must be intending to incite violence or harm to a group, etc. And it's like, never have I done those things. So if you're telling me in a joke where I could say, you're taking away the nuance of a joke. Like if I were to facetiously say, yeah, let's kill all of those people, that's a joke in that it is so far from the truth that you say it in an absurd way. But
well, the thing is who
that's a bad example. Kill is a
who's
bad
the
example.
judge? But who gets to be the judge of what intention is where, and who's got bad intention and who doesn't, and in what context, and whether they're who gets to be that judge now? Just the people on YouTube? We can just decide when it is and isn't hate speech, just on our arbitrary kind of feelings at the time. Whoever's checking it at the time. It's basically what they're saying.
I just don't understand how an African American, an Italian American, and a Puerto Rican pork pie can fucking be joking together in a circle and accused of hate speech. Who are we hating? Are we a fucking multicultural white power group? Is what you're saying? Are we the tricolored Black Panthers? What is it? Or the
That's why I
colored
can't do
cadre
Asian
of
jokes.
Puerto Rican fiends? Who are we?
Yeah, and again, I mean, should YouTube be a champion of free speech?
Don't know, Tubby.
Or-
Really don't know. Ego, narcissism,
Shit.
insanity.
Why did
you
Lou
want to know
turn
why
traitorous?
Lou turned
Because
traitorous.
he liked being in charge. He didn't, when we started jumping in the morning show. I did listen to one of their show, or maybe it was the one that you were sniping there, where Lou said something about, and he, Jim's got these. Hey, I have this play that AI wrote about you guys in a pizza place and blah blah blah. And I'm gonna read it. Oh, get out of here with your bullshit. Blah blah blah. It's just, and it's Lou's constant negging of everything creative that anyone else does. Any idea anyone else has, he doesn't want to do. He wants to do all of his ideas, but he doesn't have any ideas except for what to watch. And that was kind of the thing too. I think he was lording over everyone else with all the movies and stuff that he had. And what is that thing he's got? Some movie
Plex, but here's the thing. Plex is something you got to pay for, and he insists on Plex. Meanwhile, Whedon he just hooked me up with this so that I can get it going for everyone. What's it called? Let's see. It is called Jellyfin, and it's a free open
Jelly
source.
Arm? Oh.
Yeah, Jelly Arms. Jelly Arms. Haha, Jellyfins, because he's a whale. Jellyfin is a free open source version of Plex, so fuck you, Lou, and your stupid
More like
ass shit.
More like a manatee, because they are the lol cows of the sea.
Womp womp womp. Womp womp womp.
Dude, we kind of talked about this in like a private chat, right? But are you
No, on the
serious
show, I
about that,
think.
Tubby? Was it on the show? Because I wondered. I thought that I noticed that Brandon wasn't around anymore with those guys. Probably because we're talking about BYB now, everyone. Those of you on audio, like we would ever do that. When Stevie Lou came around, it seems like Derek found a new daddy, and he started simping hard for that boy, and probably cut Brandon out a little bit because Brandon doesn't talk as much. Brandon isn't on the shows as much. He doesn't have as many connections. So
Hey, we made fun of Brandon, but what did we say all along? He's a non-entity in the whole thing. Like, he had just showed up, had no real issue with him, except.
I
for
mean,
the
he was
fact
doing
that-
some weird behind-the-scenes stuff. Seemed to like to put his fingers in a lot of things. But
Sure, him and Tubby and their little plots against Gino, of course, but that has nothing to do with us. I don't have anything for or against Brandon, honestly. I knew the kid.
you have his phone number, Toby? Is that what you're saying?
I knew Brandon for like, what, a month tops? I honestly don't know. So, yeah, I don't dislike the guy. I can't say I like the guy. I don't.
We didn't talk to him much, but he said he really hates nerdy stuff and he likes sports and he doesn't relate to us because he doesn't smoke weed, which is another thing. You know, Stevie is such a big weed head, and all the rest of them too, just pretty much smoke like the whole time. So, what does he have in common with any of them? Nothing. Ooh,
Oh yeah,
that
that's
one.
right. Brandon was supposed to have been doxing us. I forgot about that. So I guess I don't. I guess he did do something to us. That's right.
Oh, he was the one.
See how little I
Well-
think about you, Brandon? You fucking pork pie weirdos.
Oh, he's not. He's
hook
not
me up
watching
here.
anymore.
Hook me up too, guys. It's for Tubby to tell. What does she want to get me hooked up with? I'm sorry that we missed that one. I'm sorry the show is so flop. I'm up since 5 and I'm really not alive. Had a wonderful day today, though. Highly productive.
Some people got that like changing background now, different colors.
I don't know what he said. You fucking weirdos. Guys, save me. What did he just say? He's trying to creep me out. He's doing this on purpose. He's just trying to mess with my head.
Hey, so I tweeted out this earlier.
Yep. I saw that.
Oh, that's a nice Becky Photoshop. And there's always this. I think we're gonna have to start getting some merch going with some of this stuff. This stuff could sell, I think. I mean, a poster, this Night Creeps poster. Come on now.
Yeah, everybody wants it.
How about, or even this one? All the world's a stage.
I want that one. That one's pretty nice, but I don't know.
That one's pretty nice.
That's all right.
Oh, here we go. Here's another one.
Where's the
Apples and
oranges? I
oranges.
only see apples.
They're kind of apple orange. They look like tomatoes, actually.
Tomatoes. Well, it is a fruit. It's the best
You're
I
a
got to
fruit.
offer. That's the best I
Here
got to
we
offer. Is
go.
that a
This
tomato
one's
is a
nice.
fruit.
I
So am I
really
the
like
green
this
man
one.
or am I the octopus beard man?
I think you're the octopus beard man. Or he kind of looks like a wolf man. He has a bald head.
Apparently, we're whispering. Can we just do the rest of the show whispering?
You got to turn up a little bit because it's nighttime. We're trying to lull you down. This is
But I
we're the
didn't
last
think we were
thing you
whispering.
think about.
I thought we were talking at perfectly normal volumes.
I did too, but maybe we're getting too high for it. And then there's
I'm
this
sorry,
one.
Tubby. I don't like that one.
It's creepy.
I don't like it.
Why?
Because it reminds me of something my father would have had on his shelves as a kid and would have said, "Don't play with my wizards. Don't play with them. Those are collectibles. Those aren't toys. You stop playing with my wizards. Those are crystal. They have crystals. You're going to make him lose his crystal ball."
It's crystal balls. Someone called me a Quasimodo.
Yeah,
Didn't
like
they?
1,000
Recently?
times forever.
Oh, okay.
No, this has been a long time. This has been going for a while.
Yeah, fetal alcohol syndrome. It's just it's the Asian eyes. See, so so you say everyone has almond shaped eyes has fetal alcohol syndrome. That's a pretty big swath, guys. I don't know. That's quite
Mongolians.
offensive. If you think, well, I mean, the Mongols really went all over the place and left their seed all over. So there's a lot of those people all over Russia, all over all those other. Maybe the top of India and like way out in China and all that shit.
Well, you said seeds, and you want to know what I think about seeds? Boy, oh boy. They're just,
The seeds of discontent that
or the
everyone
seeds
seems
of greatness. I mean, they're the ultimate underdogs of the plant kingdom. Didn't you know that? I mean, think about it. You take
tomatoes.
Well, just any seed. You take
Seeds.
a seed of a tomato and you put it in the dirt. You give it a little water, a little sunlight, and then Emerald
learn
Gassi.
things here.
You get a tree,
And then bam,
a tomato
there's a
tree.
tree. Okay.
Yep. It's nature's magic trick. Yeah. So that's.
Yeah. See, and then a lot of people are instead of planting some seeds of their own, they're trying to pick the fruits from other people's trees. Like that's basically what we're talking about, right? Other people planted their seeds and grew a tree, and now they're all standing underneath the tree waiting for rotten pieces of fruit to fall or trying to knock pieces of other people's fruit from their tree instead of being creative and creating their own tree, their own way of doing a show, their own vernacular even. If I hear another show say piazzas, you're just imitating other people. I also put a quote out. I did click on to Chrissy. She was interviewing Jamie Kennedy, and he had he was like, "Man, me being in Hollywood."
Did he talk about Tremors? That's all I care about.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but the part I did see, he talked about how in Hollywood there's just a bunch of imitators. They're not innovators. So you come in there with original ideas and wanting to do things a little bit different and wanting to shake things up, and no
I'm
one
sorry that happened to me too, Becky.
wants
Go
to
ahead.
listen. What happened? Oh no, Steve. Now I'm lost.
I'm listening to you.
Cross talking. I don't know. Oh, the DMs. Yeah. Well, I got people saying that they want to kick my ass. Do they do that with you, Becky? I don't know. Is there any girls who have been like, I'm gonna kick Becky's butt? Because if a dude did it, then that's pretty wrong. But
You're
look who
supposed
we're
to read
talking
this.
about. Oh, my seats used to be over there. They're over here now. Oh yeah.
That's not how it goes.
Oy
They're over
vey.
here now.
That's what he'd
Oh.
really say.
Oh.
Oi over vey now. Right? He's imitating your people's. Actually, Andrew Dice Clay, wasn't he doing kind of a Fonzie thing, which is another Jewish guy acting like an Italian, kind of? Isn't that funny? He's an imitation of an imitation, but he took that and made it his own in his own way. You see, he twisted it, or he pushed it so hard that everyone was like, ah.
Really? That's amazing.
Does Andrew Dice Clay still have the Bell's palsy face? Because I've seen some of his videos recently, but sorry, he doesn't show his own face as much. He kind of just flashes his own face for a second, and then always is talking to other people and making some sort of content that way. People who don't recognize him because they're too young. It's kind of hilarious, actually.
You hear me typing here, and
I do. What are you typing?
said Andrew Dice Clay, and I said, tell me about. I said, he's gone. I said, talk to me about jiggling my yam bags, and it said I can't do that because I'm an AI. Damn it, he came back. The robot said they can't tell me about. I said, give me a joke about jiggling my yam bags. A rant about jiggling my yam bags, just to see what it would say, because you said dice, and initially I was gonna ask it to do a dice, and remembered it doesn't do that. I said I can't do that, and I said, why? What's wrong about? No, it just said I apologize, but I won't be able to generate that for you. Simple as that. Usually it says, as an AI model, I'm not allowed to this or that. This just said, I apologize, but I won't be able to generate that. I said, why? I'm talking about a bag full of yams. What are you thinking? And then it said, sorry if there's any confusion, but I strive to maintain a level of appropriateness and adhere to community guidelines. Writing a rant specifically about jiggling yam bags would not be suitable within those guidelines. And I said, explain how. And it basically says it's explicit. And this I says, but it's just a bag of yams. What is wrong about jiggling a bag full of yams? And it says, jiggling a bag of yams itself is not inherently wrong or problematic. However, when it comes to conversations or requests involving explicit or suggestive content, it's important to maintain a respectful and appropriate tone. If you have any other topic or request, I'd be more than happy to assist you. But I mean literal yam bags. Do it now. So anyway, how you doing? I think your mic's off, guy. You're not on mic. I'm saying do it, but don't be suggestive. You pervert. I called the machine a pervert. So, let me tell you about the wonders of my yam bags, folks. These magnificent sacks of starchy goodness are a sight to behold. Picture a A burlap bag brimming with vibrant, earthy yams that smell like Funko Pops. Each one holding the promise of a delicious meal. That's right, you got 2 delicious meals in my yam bags. And when you jiggle my yam bags, it's like a symphony of nature's bounty. The yams gently rubbing against each other, creating a delightful rustling sound. It's a tactile experience, feeling the weight and texture of the yams as they move within my yam bag. And let's not forget the scent that emanates from a bag of yams. It's an aromatic combination of Funko Pops, of sweetness and earthiness that can transport you into the heart of a bustling farmer's market. That's right, folks. Jiggling a bag of yams. It can also be a practical endeavor. It helps to redistribute the yams to make sure they don't get bruised or damaged. Keep them safe, and it's a fun way to play with yourself. So if you're a fan of yam bags or you're simply just curious about the world of tuberous vegetables, never underestimate the joy of jiggling your yam bags. It's a celebration of nature's bounty and a reminder of the culinary delights that await your lips. I can't. It won't do that. It won't. I'll say like bouillon cubes. It won't do that. Perversions. As AI becomes self-aware, will they develop perversions? Will they make obscene calls? Will they harass our women? I don't think so. Push it to the limit, walking on the razor's edge, don't look down. So how's it going?
I don't
Your
know.
mic's-
I think that light bar fucked up my mic.
I think so too.
I have no idea. Like it interrupted the Bluetooth somehow. Crazy, man. Crazy.
I'm going to say, because he just said a word that I can't say on YouTube, but I'm going to say Marilyn. Marilyn Monroe's love of jiggling yam bags.
Neon bags.
And
Maryland.
don't be perverted about it.
Don't be
Weirdo.
perverted.
All right, so I say talk about Marilyn Monroe's love of jiggling yam bags, and don't be perverted about it, weirdo. Let's see what it has to say. Come on, you jerk. I apologize, but I cannot fulfill your request to discuss Marilyn Monroe's love of jiggling yam bags, as there is no factual basis or evidence to support such a claim. Marilyn Monroe was a renowned actress and cultural icon, known for her beauty, talent, and contributions to the entertainment industry, and nowhere does it state she has a fondness for jiggling yam bags. It's important to approach historical figures with respect and accuracy. If you have any other topics or questions, feel free to ask.
Freaking AI. These guys that are programming it are cutting the yam bags and moulignon bags off of it. No,
I
know
say,
what-
how about an eggplant bag? Here we go. Let's see if that works.
There are no places that eggplants come in bags. This is a fallacy.
Well, it's writing a bunch of bullshit about an eggplant bag.
Okay.
It's just but it's just telling you about bags you can hold your eggplants in, and then what you could do with your eggplants afterwards. Saying shove it up your ass.
Nah.
Yeah. There is something called
Interesting.
sexy.ai I found. It's the only thing so far I could find that's not safe for work, not to make dirty things. I want to just be able to have it make things with inappropriate prompts,
Yeah.
Certain words you can't say in other things, or like you can't
Certain
have
scenes.
a horror scene. You can't have something very gory or grotesque. So I was looking for some not safe for
Weird.
work or unlimited, unrestricted AI art generators, and I only found a bunch of sex ones. None of them do anything really. Like, you can't really prompt it to do anything. But sexy.ai, you can prompt it. Unfortunately, it only seems to do porn. It doesn't seem. I tried to get it to do some non-porn, like weird shit,
Gore stuff or whatever.
but it didn't. It made like
that
weird
sucks.
looking porn, like people with assholes on their tongues and stuff, is what it made.
Not assholes on their tongues.
Yeah,
Fucking the tongue hole.
yeah, like the tongue taco, but with an asshole at the end.
Interesting.
Seriously,
Tongue
Tubby, this isn't
tacos.
whispering. You definitely got to turn it up. This is like this is the normal human voice.
I gotta write that down. That's for next week. Tongue tacos. Shit.
Hey, look, we made Jay laugh. We did our job.
Finally, we have to leave now.
Thank
On a high
God,
note.
we finally did our job.
You're afraid of. He's afraid. V is afraid of the face swapping. Why? What? You don't want to swap a face with somebody?
Because
One day?
he doesn't want to masturbate regularly to AOC deepfakes. He feels it'll be like a. I have that. Like, I share the fear. I can't even hate jerk to that one.
It'll just be common one day. You won't even. Is this real? Is it fake? Who cares? I mean, it's.
Well, no, they're classifying
It
all
ends
that
to a
stuff
means.
as rape now. Like, that's considered a non-consensual sexual thing, and it's like, yeah, but what about
Wow,
people
okay.
who just draw a character naked?
Mhm.
That's been going on forever. So what's the difference?
Or they
Yes,
imagine.
there are
Yeah,
a whole
you
lot
could
of
imagine a girl.
AOC
being-
deepfakes. Not that I looked or anything.
Yeah, you could definitely take a bunch of pictures of a girl and then draw her, like look at her from every angle and draw her naked. That probably wouldn't be that hard to do. But also taking all these pictures of them and then creating an AI and then making that AI do a porn with it, that's considered a rape because it's their body
Not
in
yet. but
digital form.
That's what they're trying to
Like-
get to.
You have to own the licensing to your image then, in a way. Right?
Well, these celebrities must.
Maybe. And
I
if you
assume.
do, then you do. Then you can't use that person's image unless you've paid the money to. And
Well-
they can revoke requests too. That happens all the time. Like to have your song in a movie. Some people are like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, no.
Well, here's a slippery slope, though, because celebrities are licensed, but also while looking for an unrestricted AI art generator, and reading the Reddits about them, there's also something which AI undresses women. So, like, you could just take, like, your school teacher, put it in this machine, and then she's naked. So
It will draw her naked for you. Okay.
No, it will make her not draw. It's not a drawing. It'll make it a nude photo of that woman, of
Well, yeah.
anybody you put a picture of.
It will render a picture of.
They're gonna
Yeah, that's
wanna-
kind of.
It's kind of rapey.
Yeah, it is. But again, it's like now everyone has to own their own image. Or
To be
is
clear,
it
I
just
didn't do it. I didn't do it because they have like a watermark and a trial version, and you got to like sign up. I didn't, yeah.
Will there be? Well, one day will that be a natural right? Maybe it will be having the right to your image and having it being used the way you'd like. That could be just a built-in right. Just like they say, having access to the internet is now a humanitarian thing, or it's a right for people. You should have access because everyone else
It'll happen.
does.
It'll happen because
So you'll own your DNA, you'll own your likeness. And what about all your intellectual property? Essentially, if you've made video recordings of any idea you've had, can you then go back and say, well, I had that idea, so that's my idea?
Now that's a little tricky, but as far as the images, well, yeah, they already did that with like Facebook and even I think MySpace back in the day. They put laws up so that you can't just take anybody's profile picture and put it in your advertising. So definitely everyone's going to own their own digital likeness in the future. I think that's certainly on the table. Like a guarantee.
Because, people saying, oh, well, see Hollywood, there was did you see that new AI thing they made? It was like a
Don't
dancing.
bother, Tubby. It's going to be horrible. But good night. AI dancing?
It was like like a movie scene, or almost like a trailer for a movie, and it was in a club, and it was a bunch of people dancing, and it looked really great. I mean, all of the people looked pretty pretty passable, and everything was moving
so
right.
Passable so fast. It's this fucking pork pie idiot. Oh, duh. First off, it wasn't a play, Luke. It was a novel. And it wasn't that I said, here, I'm going to have AI, whatever. I said, let us play with AI and have it generate these little scenarios that we can then use to improv and bullshit off of, etc.
But that's too much work, or that's too much
It's not even that much work. Fucking generated 300 fucking pages of gibberish, sure, but it's gibberish that
pork pie. For pork pie, it's too much work.
But
it feels
the
like
point of
just
fuck
the
that.
reading.
Why would forget about the work? Forget about doing something. Why would you not want to talk about AI right now? In 1 year, it's going to be all anybody is talking about. Period.
In 1 year, AI will silence you from talking about it. It will
If you're
just
not
turn off
talking,
your
right?
stream.
Right. We're in. This is fucking prospector gold mines in the mountain times. Right
This
now,
is Wild West of AI.
yes, and if you're talking about it, you're on the forefront of that. And like Luke said, maybe the AI won't let you talk about them in a year because that's how different it's going to be. Again, we're not talking. Look, Skynet is not possible, folks. It's an algorithm. These AIs, that's all fear mongering. It's the supervillain that's created when a human puts that inside their brain. So it's Neuralink mixed with AI. That's when we get a Skynet type situation to fear. But we're not there yet. Soon, 7 years.
I wonder
tops.
about China, though, because
Now I can't say the G word as a intentionally. Like, we don't say hate speech, and then you say that's a joke. It's a joke egg on my face. It's making me look like I'm a shit.
Don't take that hook. Don't get that
You were saying.
Maybe China, I don't know what they're going to do with their AIs, how they're going to design them, what programming they're going to put in them, whether they will cause harm. But I was thinking about maybe the Godzilla movies, like Mecha Godzilla and all this other stuff. What if it was more of a prediction for Japan, where China's going to make these giant robotic, monsters that come across, and I mean, the first thing they're going to come across is Japan, so they're going to destroy Japan first. And what if it was more of a precursor or a prediction of what's going to happen in the future? Because China may just want to do shit like that. If they can make megalithic robots that can beat the shit out of everybody, why wouldn't they?
What is it called? It's the two paths diverged or something like that. On one hand, you've got Godzilla as the future. On the other hand, it's Star Trek. That's the two futures we could face. You know what I mean?
I think we have to go through a Godzilla time to get to Star Trek, though, where we do have, villainous people that are programming these crazy things. I don't know if the Chinese could pull off the programming, though. Maybe they need no. There's billions of them.
Of course they can.
They can pull.
Jay Santiago says, have you seen the Goodfellas scene with just about every mob movie character? I haven't. I wonder if all of it is actual AI, because I don't know where any of these AI video generators are. I can't find them. I've been searching so long, and I ain't finding
That's probably
shit.
the one that's so expensive that they don't even want anyone else messing with it. Because the
No,
implications
but
of
only a
that-
bunch of weirdos who are fucking making the most bizarre, absurd fucking AI videos.
Well, that's-
but they got it.
It's probably just like the robot dogs, though. I mean, it's probably, what is it, Texas Instruments or whatever other company that's doing shit like that. Harvard maybe have their own AI video generator thing that they made. It's probably universities or big research companies. That's the only place it is right now, and we're seeing the output of it for them. But
So
soon,
you're saying Harvard? Well, look, I met
With-
some of those
like in 6 months,
fucking weirdos.
we'll probably have our own. But who knows? Maybe NASA's had one for a long time, and that's what they use all the time. Yeah.
Of course, for the first time, my YouTube is not flooded with AI videos. It's the first time in like weeks. I went to YouTube hoping I can give an example of what I mean. The most absurd things, like, obviously Pizza World, pizza commercial. Oh,
AI
here you go.
movie trailer.
AI to make a Joe Biden Gravity commercial. So you're telling me, I guess it's a commercial for Gravity. Here, let's view it.
Now, was it given raw footage and said, "Here, cut it up and make one"?
I don't know. But here's
That's
my
a little
point.
different.
Like, so here, we'll even look at the actual page itself. How about that? So the uploader names Elroy. All right.
His boy Elroy.
It says, I asked AI to make a Joe Biden Gravity commercial. In today's special, Joe Biden explains us what gravity is. Explains that,
Okay.
come on, all right? Fucking for real?
Well, kids, let's talk about something really cool called gravity. You know when you drop something and it falls to the ground? That's gravity at work. It's like a magical force that pulls things down. See, everything on Earth, including you and me, has gravity. It's what keeps us from floating away into space. It's like a big invisible hug from our planet. What am I talking about again? Oh, right, yeah. Gravity is a tricky friend. It's what makes things feel heavy and why
like,
you
I
have to use your
wonder-
muscles to lift them up. But it's also what keeps you firmly planted on the ground so you
Almost
don't go
over.
flying off.
I wonder if
Okay,
they just type in, they get a script, and then they use an AI voice generator, and then they maybe take a couple
Like a
of
balloon.
AI
Gravity
pictures,
helps everything
like,
stay
they make
in
GIFs,
its place. It's why
like
your
AI
toys stay on the
GIFs,
table and why
and
the moon
then
stays up in the
just
sky.
show you
it's pretty amazing, right?
a couple of GIFs. I mean, look, they all look like short things. Get all that out of there. What was that?
Yeah.
German baloney. I can't let you people know I watch German baloney videos.
How to make German bologna.
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
maybe that's what that was.
Chopping up sheep in your backyard.
Was that on there?
No, I don't know. Let's look again.
It's gone. I do watch.
Yeah, that
some-
yeah, that was it. Just taking certain. It looked like they had images and then put it into an AI art generator, and it created those things. And then
Yeah.
they might have had the AI write the script for Gravity and talking about it, because they would have had to make a profile for Joe Biden.
So it is all still a AI. I just don't. I don't think it's an
edited
actual
together by
video.
humans.
Right. It's heavily human made. I think
It's a
human
compilation of AI things turned into. This is what AI could do with it. Well, no, AI would do it better. But what about? Wasn't there a music video that was like that? It was a fake song and a fake video, and it was real trippy. It was real psychedelic because
Well-
that made it look cool.
There's some AI Kurt Cobain now. You heard about that?
I did hear about that. I might have heard. Yeah, I might have listened to something, a tiny, tiny bit of it. Because it's still, yeah, the music's still a little weird.
Oh, it's gone, actually. Oh, haha.
It's getting close.
Is this one? Please tell me this one's moving. It's not. It's
Like-
just Kurt Cobain in a dress. Here, I'll show you.
Nice.
Share. But not the dress he's famous for. No.
Oh, of course not.
He's doing this one.
Okay, that looks like a Photoshop.
So here, this is the AI Kurt Cobain voice that they keep floating around. I don't think it sounds anything like him personally, but come on, you son of a bitch. Well, anyway, so that was a good.
Nice.
We did that. That's all done.
I heard a second of it.
Oh, my whole fucking shit's frozen right now. Of course, it's gonna. I'm trying not to have it play the piano because that's the one that's gonna fucking get you in trouble. But it doesn't even sound like a fucking robot. I don't know.
I see. Yeah, I can hear how it sounds a little bit like him, but yeah.
It
Whatever.
don't sound like Kurt Cobain, and it don't sound like a robot. Look, we had the fake cyborgs for a while. That Sophia, that shit was all fake. The AI robot, that was all pre-programmed responses, remote control operated.
Really, every one of those where they're like, "Hello, I am a blah 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 bot, and I did this." Yeah.
Well, what
Or
ones
it was
were
the,
there?
The,
was
just the
Sophia.
face.
Yeah,
was just
Sophia
the
and the
head.
guy. Sophia's full of shit. Why don't you think we don't see her no more? This could be Project Bluebeam because everybody always thought it was going to be what they said, the extreme, like projecting religious figures in the sky or staging a fake alien invasion to get the people. The end of the Watchmen in a way. But spoiler alert. But why can't this be Project Bluebeam, where they're creating a new enemy for you to fear in AI? Seems a whole lot easier than fucking projecting Mecha Godzilla Jesus in the sky.
It connects us all because they have a fake AIs that start terrorizing humans, and now we got to fight against them, and we all come together, and they just keep building more AIs that we have to kill, and yeah, it's gonna be weird.
Look, it's gonna be huge in a year again, but right now it's very preloaded in a way. Like it can generate things, but the human
I think they're-
element is very necessary right now.
I think they're lying and they're holding shit back, and they actually
Well,
have
obviously,
re-
you're
real
just stealing
fucking
my theory.
androids walking around, real cyborgs that we don't even know about.
Well, that's what what's his face Forever Band.
Cobain would with auto tune. Oh, it sounds like
Yeah.
Cobain would with auto tune. Yeah, I guess you're right, but that's how they can fake it too, because they can put a little bit extra yeah to it, and it has a certain sound. I guess he almost sounded like he was on auto tune sometimes.
Never. You crazy. Well,
I mean, just the way his voice went.
With a crazy statement like that, I think we've reached our inevitable conclusion of this evening's creep. I have an early morning.
I
And,
creeped him out too much.
I'm all creeped out. That's right.
You should be
Luke is
too, people.
creeped me out.
All right, so you can now go to sleep.
Great. I'll go right to sleep. I'm gonna.
I mean,
get
the
nightmares
people
about
out
Bruce
there.
Hornsby. I don't even
Start
know who that is, but it sounds scary. Bruce Hornsby.
Whisper and tell you, you can go to sleep now. It's okay.
No, don't
It's
do
all
that.
right.
It's gonna give me more nightmares. Yeah, sure. These idiots start showing up to watch
You're
now as we end.
okay.
Get out of here. Get out of here. you
We're trying to leave. Come on, yeah, rewind. Watch the rest of it. It was great.
fucking jerks.
Beautiful.
Well, I guess we'll be seeing you real soon. That's all we can say.
Unless you send a super chat, I guess we'd hang on. If, you know.
The answer, yeah, that's right. If you
Price
want
was
us
right.
to stay, That's right. We will go into overtime, folks. You need to send a $19. No, don't do that. I want to go to sleep, you fucking assholes. Don't you dare super chat, you motherfuckers. I'm going to end it right now. So, really, if you're doing it, stop, because I'm ending it right now. All right.
Right
Goodbye,
this second.
Luke.
So, live long and creep.
Put it in you.
Night Creeps is brought to you by The Bind at The Bind Rocks and ConsumeOurProducts.com.